This is Culture Shockwaves.
Go.
Let's go.
Unfiltered, unbothered by your host Sapphire and JayBird.
Okay, welcome to Culture Shockwaves.
Culture Shockwaves.
Yes. Today's going to be intense, deep,
and
funny.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope I don't cry.
Oh, this is yours.
Okay, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. We really want to dive into
Listen,
empathy.
if you cry, you cry.
I mean, I don't think I'll cry because I feel like now that we're talking about it, I'm at a point of healing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, empaths versus narcissists is what we're going to get into today.
That's a hot topic.
I feel like it's like a social media topic now. Like it's getting a lot of hype on YouTube, social media.
I agree.
Narcissism.
Everyone is posting about narcissism. There's constant videos that are flowing through the feeds. I also think the phones listen to you, but we're constantly talking about it just because of certain things that's happened. But I think it's becoming a trend.
What is this, like one of those hot topics? Like gaslighting was a hot topic, I feel like last year.
For a long time.
And then through that gaslight, I think that was like the word of the year.
I will be honest.
Last year.
I'll be honest. Like I had a very hard time understanding gaslighting.
Oh, it's tricky.
I didn't understand. Like I read the definition. I tried to read it. And I was like, what the hell does it mean? And then someone explained it to me and I still didn't get it. And I was like, I don't know why I'm not understanding this concept.
So I'll explain gaslighting from what
just do it like basic second grade 101.
So gaslighting is not just lying. Okay, lying is like the first step.
Okay.
The second step, which turns lying into gaslighting, is whenever they make you feel bad about what you said. I wish I can give like an example right now. Okay, say you're in a relationship and he doesn't call you for like 6 hours. That's not too suspicious, but kind of whatever.
Okay.
He'll make you seem like it was just 6 hours. Like, why are you upset? Like, okay, that, whatever, he's lying about where he was, whatever. But you'll never know he's lying because he's trying to cover it up. That's the lying part.
Oh, okay.
The next part is you're too obsessive. Like, you're just freaking out about 6 hours. Like, it was just 6 hours. Like, why are you... Like, they kind of flip it on you.
So they flip it on you.
So that's gaslighting.
But to me, okay, like, listen.
They make you question your reality.
I see.
Not just... You're already questioning their truthfulness, but now you're questioning your own sanity, kind of.
But is this not narcissism? Kind of?
So narcissists are pro-gaslighters. Yeah, they're pro-gaslighters.
See, and I keep mixing the two. Mm-hmm. That's why. Because I was like, what's the difference between gaslighting and narcissism? Because narcissism, I mean, it's...
Gaslighting is just their nature. It's literally day to day. Like, as long as they can be the stronger person emotionally, they're not vulnerable. They're not the loving one. Because once a narcissist is loving, that's like they feel like they're bowing down to their partner. They don't see it as love. They don't see it as like an equal playing ground. They're like, if I show true affection, I'm the weaker one. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
So I want to just rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Let's rewind to, I don't know, what you felt when you first met me. Like, why'd you ask me that question?
Oh, okay. So I asked her, I was like, are you a mother? And no, I'm kidding. What I did was for some reason, like when I met, I was like, are you an empath? And
I remember we were like at like a Turkish cafe.
I think it was like a Turkish place.
Like a random time to ask.
Yeah. And I just, we were talking, I think you were sitting across from me and I was like, are you an empath? And then you kind of just like stopped and just looked at me like, why does this person know this or observe this or something? Or even
ask that. Like, it was my first time getting asked, are you an empath? And I've been trying to do a lot of inner healing, my own search. And I'm like, I am an empath, but I don't know if people see me that way.
Yeah.
Because what that means to me is I take on people's emotions.
Yeah.
Especially like my family and friends who are around me. If they're mad, I'll be mad. Like, it's easy for me to understand why people feel some sort of way.
Yeah.
So when I'm dealing with a narcissist that I don't know is a narcissist, I will literally feel for them. If they are, feeling bad, they're feeling low, they need something, I'll be there until it's too late. Like,
and I think that's, I don't know, for some reason I just thought, I was like, she's an empath and I'm an empath. Yes, I've known that for years because sometimes if I hang around a lot of people, I kind of have to like go home and recharge my batteries in a sense.
That's a sign, yeah.
Because I feel like everyone's emotions or the weight that they have on them, like kind of will fall onto me, especially if we like talk about it. But it's not a bad thing. It's just the way the person is. The person like takes on that emotion of being like, wow, I really understand where they're coming from. And I feel exactly what they're feeling because I'm able to.
And this is a hard thing. I'm still trying to understand, but I think I've come to the conclusion that you're hardwired as an empath or not. Like, I think if you just don't feel for people, you can't, even in like 20 years, you won't. Unless you're going through intense therapy. Like I don't know. I feel like an empath is just naturally...
I think it's a natural thing. Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to make somebody an empath.
Yeah. I don't think you can just be one. I think you're born with it.
Yeah, it's kind of sense of like...
Yeah. It's like sensory. So there was a sensory... you know what I'm talking about? Like kids. Like
I know what you mean, yes.
It's
very intuitive.
It's like a sense. Yes. I don't know how to say it. Like, you're not a psychic, right?
Yeah.
But it's like...
You pick up on people's energy.
You pick up on people's emotions and energies real fast. Like I know immediately when someone comes into a room if they just were in an altercation, in a fight, we just went through something. And 99%, I'm always right because I'll ask them like, what's wrong? And they're like, nothing. I'm here. I'm at the party.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. What happened? And they're like, so this happened and then this happened and this happened. I'm like, I knew it. Like it's you can just tell the shift is there. So I think that's something that we recognize.
So when you ask me that, I'm like, you definitely are.
Yeah.
And so the point here is...
What is...
The trend of thousands and thousands of empaths out here, or just good people, like not strong empaths, but just normal people who are trying to find love, who are trying to find friendships. Empaths do attract narcissists because it's like that magnetic, opposites attract. So an empath is very giving. They love, right? Because they feel it too.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
But a narcissist is so self-serving that another narcissist won't be able to get along with them. So they do find empaths, people who are genuine, and then they literally observe the empath for months.
It's honestly, what is it called? Oh my God.
And a narcissist will mirror you. They'll learn about your hobbies, they'll learn about like your lifestyle, and they will admire that, they'll mirror you, they'll praise you, but it won't last. It literally will not last.
It's a predator.
You're the prey.
It's a predator and you're the prey.
Oh my gosh. And, it's scary.
It is because like they can mold to be a certain way just to kind of get in where they can get in. And then that's kind of where, when they get you emotionally and get you where they need to be, where you need to be, then they can kind of have a little bit of control. And
it's scarier because 80% of the time it'll be good. It will be like 70% of the time, 80%, like you'll just be having quote unquote like normal time. If it's a friendship, you'll be having normal hangout time. If it's a relationship, you'll go out on a date. If it's your parents, yes, you're going to have good days where they take care of you, but then it's those really bad comments and fights, and they are breaking down your confidence in those bites.
I agree.
But it gets worse. So I think maybe like 70% turns into like 50%. Yeah. And the longer you stay with them, the longer you realize if you're walking on eggshells around anyone, you're probably in a narcissistic relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, you shouldn't be scared to vocalize how you feel, what you want, like what you're craving.
And get punished for it.
Yeah, if you don't feel like going somewhere, you do feel like going somewhere, and then the person you're with is like, you know, I just don't feel like it. Say you plan something. This is also a common thing. Like, you plan something for days or months, and the narcissist will be like, oh, I don't know if I want to go. Or they'll say yes, but then last minute they'll be like, you know what? I have something more important. I don't want to go. That's kind of crazy. And this is not a one-time thing. I get people have lives, people have things, but you'll notice after months that this is a pattern. So the scary part is you can't just tell right off the bat. I mean, maybe you can, but not really. Okay.
I mean, I can tell if it's kind of about me. Self-centered. Not immediately. Like, if someone is so about themselves, I don't automatically think narcissist.
Yeah.
I just think they're a little selfish.
Yeah.
But then, like, the selfishness opens the door to when they start treating others badly, and then they start manipulating, or they start, it's like, it kind of, to me, it's like a dotted line. It's a dotted line to, like, manipulation. It's a dotted line to gaslighting. It's a dotted line to treating you like shit, and then quickly to repair it and say, no, I'm so sorry. Haha, I'm just kidding.
But that's if you're lucky, though. That's at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's more surface level friendships as well.
Yes.
Narcissists do have a lot of friends, but they're very surface level friends.
Very.
They'll get along with their coworkers. They'll get along with a lot of people.
They won't let you know the deep them.
Oh, yeah.
And if you know the deep them, or you know something about them in deep, you know, the depth of them,
they have a hold of you somehow. It's either emotionally, financially. They maybe know some secrets about you, but they will only become deep with you because you're somewhat dependent on them.
That's so true.
That's so scary.
That's scary.
And especially in a relationship.
The fact that someone needs a little bit to give, like, just be you. Like, you need to have a family secret, let's say, of mine, or whatever it might be, to be more open with me. It's like, oh, I'm not going to share anything until you share something.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's kind of...
Yeah.
Let it be natural. For example, if Sapphire shared with me a secret, right? To me, I will, one day, if I had something to talk about, reciprocate. Be like, hey, I'm going through this. This is happening, because, like, she confided in me. Therefore, I can, like, return that. Like, that should be natural. I can't be like, oh, she's been sharing.
Now I can give her one bit.
I will give her one piece, or I'm just not going to share at all, and then share with, like, no one and keep it to myself because I'm a psychopath. Or
and just have those secrets as ammunition. Have those secrets as
ammunition if I want to blow up on her one day, or throw it back in her face and be like, well, that's why this happened to you, and that's why this happened to you, and that's why this happened to you, and that's why this happened to you.
So the opposite part of that is, like, gift giving. Like, they will give you stuff, they will give you money, but then that's also ammunition for later. Like, I gave you this and that. Why aren't you doing this for me? Like, normal people will do it out of love and generosity or care.
Yeah.
Or just, you know, a thoughtfulness. True people will truly not expect something back. Of course, it's always nice to get something back, but it's not like a payment plan. Like, I made my deposit. Now the balance is, like, off.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like, okay, Jacob.
Or I drive today, and then you drive
that's
the
literally
next time.
what I was about to say. You read my mind. You literally read my mind. If I drive, oh my gosh. Do you want to get into the friendship?
I mean, we can.
Because that's, like, perfect. You just reminded me of Houston.
Yeah, I mean, how do I start?
Oh my gosh. So we were a trio. Yeah. I feel like we were.
We had like a group from this, a subgroup from a group. Which, keep in mind that, like, larger scale of friends that we have, we've known them for years and years and years. Like, they could go back to 15 years, either from, like, preschool and from, like, early college. Because some of them lived here, some of them didn't. They moved here, so we kind of got to know them.
And as normal people, not like narcissists who have short-term relationships.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign. having some long-term relationships is a good sign.
Long-term relationships are good, but some people think that, I want to cycle friends out because I'm getting bored, or that's like
this person enough time of my life.
This person, I gave them 3 years. This is enough. I think you have some problems.
That's so weird.
You have some issues if you think you just want to keep cycling.
There's a natural fallout. There's natural distance. Literally to like say it.
But there's natural distance. There's a handful of people that I'm more distant with because my life changed and their life changed.
Yeah.
Post college.
No. But narcissists will warn you. They will literally say, "Oh, this relationship, we're probably never going to get married," or, "Oh, I've had my best friend, but she's not my best friend anymore, and that's probably going to happen to you. Like, you're my best friend right now, but who knows? We're not going to be best friends in 2 years." Like, who says that?
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna make me mad.
Naturally.
You're gonna make me mad one day, so I'm gonna cut you off. So like, if
like,
we're already telling someone
that's gonna happen,
then why even have the conversation? Why even be friends? I mean, just cut the cord.
Why even date?
Well, yeah, why date? So I think so we broke off into a little subgroup of a trio, and Caleb was our friend,
and we are using, whenever we say names on this podcast, it is fake.
Yeah.
It's a pseudonym. Like, it's not real.
So, Caleb was our friend. And the thing is, till today, we still have mad, I'd say, like, mad love for the person.
Oh, yeah.
As in, like, we care genuinely about the person.
Yes.
But sometimes, until that person is ready to kind of look at themselves and self-reflect, and realize, maybe I am a part of the issue, and I can change and I can work on changing and show that, then it makes it really hard to be friends. So yeah, we broke off into this trio like a year and a half, maybe a couple years. I feel like we were a really good group of friends, this mini group. And like that example you brought up, the little things at the beginning was like, okay, I drove to your house. Now you have to drive me to the restaurant. Like, it was so conditional. It was so weird. Something like, "Oh, you go pay for me and I'll Zelle you." But if I were to ask that, that's like crazy. Like, "You pay for me, I'll Zelle you later." Yeah.
That I could... You're like, "No, why can't you just pay for yourself, or go get your wallet, or like whatever?"
Yeah.
Another big sign for me was like, he always wanted to hang out whenever he was free. And if I had plans, even if they weren't important, like as simple as going to the gym or seeing my family, it would be like, "You can do that any other time. I'm free right now. Come hang out with me." And for a little while, it's like, he's right. I mean, I could work out later. But he'll never push his plans to like come hang out. Yeah. And that, again, that happens after months of noticing the cycle. Like, and then he would get mad if you say you can't hang out, and then get like, "Oh, you don't care about me? I'm going to cut you off for 2 weeks."
Yeah.
Like,
and I just think that it's so temporary. It's so, the thing is, with someone like this, for example, it's really hard to establish a relationship with depth. Because you're constantly under the fear, almost, that they're gonna like disappear or cut you off because of anything. And
I want to hear your perspective on this person, because I feel like you stepped back before they really hurt you. Like, they didn't even really hurt you, but you stepped back. And I want to understand that, because I stepped back after I was really hurt. Yeah. Like, after genuinely disrespected, I was like, that's it.
I'm trying to think of like when it was exactly that I decided to, I think sometimes I stepped back, I think, when I realized that you guys kept going at it. Yeah. You and him kept fighting. And I think I realized that things are just never going to change.
And you were the person to be like, "Oh, forgive each other. We're friends.
Yeah.
We've been through a lot. We've spent so much time together. It's not worth losing the friendship." And that, I agreed with that.
We talked about anything and everything, and of course we know things about each other that maybe some people don't know, but we're not going to go around and share that information. That's not what this is all about. The thing is, I thought for a while, I was like, okay, this is going to be a very long life friend.
Like we would joke about like buying townhouses or whatever, like 3 of them and all live next to each other.
Yeah, like just like because we were like, we're going to be
we're old.
When we're older and that kind of thing. And just kind of like, you know, have this friendship and this trio that we got going on and just be close. And the thing is, I just realized over time that it's not going to be there if like it's only very one-sided. And they already mentally in their mind just kind of had you this type of a friend when you cared like maybe this much. It's like a different, I don't know.
It's a very transactional, it's a transactional friendship. Like I brought up Houston a few minutes ago. When I look back at that trip, like I love you guys for coming. It was really fun. But when you look at the details, like Caleb brought some goodies to share with us in the car. Okay, so in his mind, that excused him from driving. Yeah. Whenever we kind of asked him to drive, he's like, okay, I'll drive around in Houston, but I'm not going to drive from Dallas to Houston. So I had to do that. Like, I don't care, but like, he really prioritized him being comfortable.
Yeah, over the comfort of the group.
Or again, like at least pitching in, or like we literally had to ask him like, hey, JayBird like drove the whole way there. Do you want to drive like the way back? Or do you want to like, no, I'll just drive around in Houston for 3 days. That'll add up to 4 hours, which means Sapphire, you drive home. Which I get, but like, it's so unnatural. It's so transactional. It is. It's transactional.
And again, I think from my perspective, because you're asking about my perspective.
Yes.
For me over time, I've noticed these things. Houston, I didn't like, you know, phase myself or maybe limited my communication because of Houston. I just knew Houston, I was actually very unhappy when I came back.
Dude, I just remembered whenever the last day you were like, I'm done with him. You were done with him. And I was like, why? I literally don't know why you felt that way. I don't know why.
Just because
going to the stores and stuff like that. We're like, what happened?
Yeah, like I'm honestly trying to remember. That was last year, right?
That was April. He was taking control of the situation. I
think it was constantly, we're flipping the situation. We're constantly doing things to make this person happy. We're constantly doing things to do what they want to do. And
they don't get mad.
So they don't get mad. And we don't have to go back and forth. I just wanted this person to be like, hey, you guys have done this for me or whatever. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to do?
And I wanted to go out, and no offense, I'm not trying to trash him, but it's just the patterns after a long time. Like, we planned to go out that night in Houston. We went out to a restaurant, and patterns, months and months of going through this, whenever he wants to leave, his head hurts, his stomach hurts. And I get it, like the first few months or even the first year of knowing him, like, okay, like poor guy. Like he has a migraine, he has a stomach ache. But after a year of going out almost every time, you're going to have a headache and you want to leave.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take separate cars.
And I said that. I said that to Sapphire. I told her, I said, moving forward, I'm taking a separate car because I don't want to be trapped in a situation where someone wants to dip or someone's bored and they want to go home, or they're like,
there's someone cooler to hang out with.
There's another plan that they want to go to. Fine, by all means, have other plans, have other friends. No one cares. But the thing is, don't ruin the group's time and then be like, oh, you guys have been at this restaurant or this bar for an hour and I'm ready to dip. And let's say we're enjoying a shisha or we're doing something or whatever it might be. And you're like, oh, are you done? Are you done? Can you finish? Can you hurry up? Can you finish? Can you hurry up? Like, this is not enjoyable. It's just, for me, it was a buildup of all those things that made me realize, okay, maybe, like I said, taking separate cars, like that is something I told you I was going to do. I told you that prior. I said, I'm no longer sharing cars. I'm going to take my own way. And I suggest, Sapphire, you do the same so you don't get in a situation that
ever again.
That you don't get in a situation where you're somewhere, you're really having a good time.
And recently, right before we broke up this friendship, we went to that Turkish place, whatever. Yeah. We sat outside. And Caleb insisted he drives me. And I'm like, okay. I will do this. It's not that far from my house. I'll get in the car with you. That night, he dipped early. So JayBird drove me home. It's just respect. Like, you're the one to pick me up from my home. At least stick around to take me home.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, when Caleb left, I told her, I was like, you see why I told you to take separate cars?
Yeah.
You see why I take my own car?
Even if it's 2-3 minutes
do not
away.
be at the mercy of anyone else, because if I wasn't here, you would have had to take an Uber home or walk. I mean, it's literally 5 minutes. And again, it's not a big deal. To me, it's just about the principle. It's
about the pattern. And
it happens constantly. Yeah. We're constantly having to... we can't do this because, we want to make sure this person's happy, or we should do this because it's going to make this person happy, or
we would go to his favorite places because he would enjoy it.
Well, yeah.
And because we're not accommodating, but I love going out. So it doesn't really matter where we go, right? It doesn't matter to me, but to them it would. So like, okay, let's go there because we know he'll like be happier.
Yeah.
And we did that.
And the crazy thing is like, we're the type of friends, though, that we will we want to prioritize your happiness as well, not just my happiness or, let's say, Sapphire's happiness. We want to make sure you're having a good time, too. So that's why, like, we'll go eat at this place, or we'll go do this, or we'll go. But then you have to compromise and be like, oh, do you want to do this? Or let's do this tomorrow. Or let's
what do you
want to
do? What do you feel?
Or what do you want to do?
No.
Ask the question. It's not just me. And there should be a little self-reflection, and that's all I was asking for.
Or sometimes when you hurt someone's feelings, everyone has the right to feel how they feel, but it's not a big deal to just say, I'm sorry. At least I'm sorry I hurt you.
Yeah.
Even though that's not a full apology, but that's still like, I'm sorry that you really do feel hurt.
Or not saying, no, you deserve it.
Or, you
deserve to be hurt.
Okay, let's get real for a second.
Go ahead. That's fine.
Let's get real.
Again, I didn't have a lot of the issues here with the situation.
But you did step back before
I just stepped
everyone.
back
You stepped
because
back.
I was seeing patterns that I did not like. I don't want to argue and fight with this person. I always hear both sides. I'm like, you know what? You're right. He could have done this better. She could have done this better. Like, you guys need to come to a middle ground. I've talked to them about certain traits that they need to work on. Talk to this one about certain things. Take your own car. Yeah. Everyone has their own flaw.
We're changing, but that person's not.
Yeah. Certain people evolve and changing for the better. And then some people are kind of like, this is who I am. Accept me for who I am.
Why can't you bring peace in my life by accepting me for who I am?
Bring peace into my life. Everything that you bring me is a headache. Yeah. So it makes it very hard to navigate.
And like I said, we're a trio from a bigger group, and even people from the bigger group pulled away before I did. Which is
before
crazy.
any of us did.
They were pulling out like it's weird. Like, we became a trio. They started pulling away. Maybe because they saw better signs, they weren't as close, whatever. And then we pulled away from him too. But to rewind to the part where he said, you deserve it. So like I said, being completely candid. Okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I had a small crush on this person. I did. Mm-hmm. I had a small crush on Caleb. But I put my feelings to the side because I literally, there's no chance. There's no chance because I just know maybe it was a physical attraction, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, but I know it won't last emotionally. It won't last long-term, family, whatever. It's not worth ruining a good friendship because we had good times with this person. We did so many like fun things like rollerblading and going out all around Dallas and I don't know, road trips, stuff like that. I believe I had a good time with this person. Anyways, towards the end of our friendship, I admitted to him in a way. I wanted to let him know that I liked you and I cared about you so much. Like, you will never know how deeply I cared about you. That's why I was your friend. Like, I wanted to respect you because I know you wouldn't reciprocate my feelings, but we're still, whatever. Like, I wanted to keep the friendship real, but he didn't know how deeply I cared about him. But I was saying this at a time where I was breaking up the friendship. So I was like, you don't know the level. Anyways, so the point, he called me and he told me that he knew I liked him. But that's not true because I didn't like him constantly for years. It was like a thing. Like, I don't know. I liked him when I met him. Feelings went away. You know, obviously when you see someone, you're like, whatever, physically attracted, whatever. It's very, very surface level, puppy love, whatever. But he claimed that he knew it. He knew it forever. And I deserved to be bullied. And I deserved mean treatment. Or I deserved to like it to be transactional so I don't gain more feelings for him. So he would insult my culture. He would insult me. He would insult my relationship status. He would insult all these things. But this was the very end of the friendship. This is whenever things were breaking up. He's like, yeah, I knew. So so when people see me bullying you from now, you should say, okay, JayBird heard this part. He heard this part. Didn't you hear this part?
No, I didn't. No, but you told me about it.
He literally said, because, okay, I was breaking up the friendship with him. This was like, it didn't click for him that this is the end. He's like, so from now when we hang out with everyone and they see me bullying you or they see me making you upset, you can tell them he has his reasons. Like, I'm supposed to defend him being mean to me.
I think he told me that on the phone too.
He was like,
when we talked,
like now everyone should understand why I am mean to her because she has this little high school crush on me.
Yeah,
which is not even deep.
But out of respect, he did not even disclose that information to me.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know that.
Yeah. But that wasn't my point of telling him. My point of telling him was like, the friendship meant so much to me that I put those aside. I'm going after other people. You know, the friendship is more. Yeah. It means more.
Yeah.
But he extracted out of that, you deserve to be bullied because you like me. I was like, okay, that was not the point.
And the thing is, you don't have to, here's the thing. You don't have to bully somebody or treat anyone like total shit or insult them. Let's just say, I'm not even going to bring up insults, like what they were. It's little, they're petty, they're stupid. The thing is, you don't have to insult somebody to get the message across that like, hey, I need to insult you because I want you to have a bad taste in your mouth so you don't like me.
That's not how it works.
That's not how life works. You can't do that to every guy or girl.
When you like someone,
you like someone, you like someone. If you know someone likes you, you could say, do you like me? And then if they're like, I kind of do, I have a crush on you. And then they can say they're interested or not. And they can say their reasonings and that's it. But they don't have to constantly
And I have guy friends. I have a couple friends. I know they like me. And I know if I just I just know. But I'm not mean to them because that friendship means a lot to me. Mm-hmm. They're not explicitly making a move.
Right.
Why would I just be rude to them? Because I have I know you like me, so I'm going to drive me around. I know you like me, so go pick me up, go get food for me. But keep them at it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use them.
Yeah.
Or that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But like I said, we do care about you, Caleb. It was just hard. It was hard at the end.
And I mean, I'll say this. It's if you called me, I mean, I would pick up the phone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to have a conversation, I would have a conversation with you. If you're like, you're right, I need to work on this. But the thing is, it's not just I need to work on this. It's, can you... Oh, you're checking out your... Yeah. Okay. I'm like, are you responding to a text message right now? No, I'm kidding.
It's very important.
You know, if you actually take some strides and maybe own it, to me, like, I'm huge on accountability.
Yeah.
I'm just huge on accountability. And
we approached you about some stuff that you talked about. And then even if it took 20 minutes, you still realize okay, yeah, I did make these people upset.
If I made somebody upset or a couple people upset because of something that, let's say, I said, but I didn't even mean it in a malicious way, you know, to hurt people.
It wasn't genuine.
But it was in genuine just conversation. Yeah. And I didn't think it would, you know, come back or bite anybody or anything like that. I will just own it. And I was like, I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know that happened, and I didn't know that hurt you, so my bad. I won't say anything again. I was just in midst of conversation, and I thought it was just something to bring up, because it wasn't a secret.
Yeah.
But I mean,
just stop lying. And this is not just to Caleb, it's to everybody. Stop lying because you look stupid. Because Caleb would lie and one of us would know the truth and the other person would just kind of not. But we're literally like back here knowing you're lying. Like, just don't lie. Like,
and it's not even that other people know. It's sometimes you just know and you're dealing with someone. You're dealing with someone with like, let's say their intuition is really, really good and they know, they can tell.
But there was instances where we had proof. Like,
there were. And again, not something to take back and throw in anyone's face because not trying to make the situation any worse.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You just let them lie because you're like, you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I think that...
Don't you have something else to
speak
about?
I do. I have another person.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm glad we opened up with you asking, like us talking about you asking me if I'm an empath, because I've attracted so many narcissists in my life. It makes me question if I am the narcissist. And I think maybe in my early 20s, I was a narcissist. I think.
You told me that and I was shocked.
Yeah, because now that I'm learning about it for the past year, I don't know if narcissists can change. So I don't know if I was. I don't know. It's too late to analyze me years back. But when I was in a relationship, I do feel like I was self-serving. I don't know how much I harmed that person. I don't know if I harmed them, but it's hard. Mm-hmm. So now, years later, I don't know. Okay, so basically, I went through something crazy this year. It's this will be the first episode of 2024. So I went through something crazy in 2023. I think narcissism is amplified through a lot of dating apps and social media in a negative way. Like, narcissism is helping victims, but it's also helping the narcissist, as in they just meet as many people as they want because they keep all those surface level relationships.
And they cycle.
So
I call
fast.
it friend cycling, like carb cycling.
So,
friend cycling.
Yeah, we'll call this person Fred that I met at the beginning of 2023. And I haven't been in too many serious relationships, maybe just like a couple. So when this person comes up to me and completely love bombs me, and like, I haven't really been love bombed before, but he's from my culture, from my religion, and telling me all of the amazing things I want to hear for like a month maybe. And it should take more than a month to like somebody.
It should because when this girl was telling me about it, I was telling her, I was like, it could be a couple years
to like, or to know somebody.
So it should take a couple years for you to get to know this person.
No, but so Fred over here, he's like, take me to a sister's house, like very intense.
Over.
And then this is before I really started learning about narcissism. I did not know the signs. I did not know what was happening. This person would disappear for like 20 hours. Sometimes he would disappear for the whole weekend and just say, I'm with my family. My brother's in town, this and that and this and that, for me just to be like, okay, he's a busy guy. Again, like, I'm very just like, why are you looking at me like that? You always give me the worst looks. And so I did introduce him to you guys very early on. I feel like 4 months in, I introduced you to him. And
what did I tell you when you told me about this person? What did I tell you?
Caleb actually met Fred. Caleb met Fred, which is crazy.
Yeah, but I told you when you started talking to this person, because we all talked about each other like, oh, we met this person, we're talking to them, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. What did I say? I said, I don't want to meet this person until you've been talking to them for 6 months.
I felt like this was real.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was wild.
Wild. So when Fred was around me, his phone would just blow up. Somebody kept calling him. Somebody kept texting him. Somebody kept like, this was like from month 2, I noticed this. And he's like, oh, it's just my friend. It's just my group of friends. It's just this person, that person. I'm like, for me, those are kind of green flags. I'm like, wow, he has a lot of friends. He has a good support system. No. One day I literally find out he's taking a nap, and you just go crazy. You see someone's phone ringing, you look at it. I'm not gonna blame myself for that. You look at it, you answer it. I mean, I did, not you, me. Yeah. I did, and it was an ex, quote unquote, an ex. Right? No, this is like a person that is still obsessed with him, that he's still leading on. I think he was hinting to her that he's dating.
Yeah.
Anyways, I answer the phone when she's calling. She's like, who is this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is like, I'm in a relationship with him. Yeah, like I'm like his person. Like whatever.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? And she's like, oh, I know exactly who you are. I don't care about him. This other lady on the phone, he owes me $2,000. And I'm like, who are you? Like, I'm his ex and he better give me back his money. I'm like, what is happening? Like, from what he showed me to like this person calling is like two different people. Like, why would he owe somebody money? And why is somebody like, woo. Anyways, my dumb self, basically that little pattern of me noticing people calling, she found out about me. It lasted for like 6 more months, like 5 more months. And it got worse. It got worse. Like, he promised me he's going to cut her off. And I don't know why I just didn't cut him off from that very first time. He would come to my door begging for my forgiveness. He would just stay there, knock on my door. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to do this. And again, we had amazing times. I want to meet your family. He would go to like our religious like center with me to go pray. I met his mom like multiple times. Like everything's picture perfect, but his life is so dark. He's literally still matching with people on dating apps. His ex, he's constantly talking to his ex. So his ex like starts reaching out to me. This lady starts reaching out to me like, and admitting to me, I will love him forever. I'm going to keep fighting for him.
I think they were trying to have an open relation.
I agree. Because I'm so done. This lady is like 10 years older than him, somewhere in that ballpark, that they somehow made an agreement to keep an open relationship.
Yep.
I don't know.
No, it's true.
Really? Because she was mad about me. Okay, so I've been away from Fred for about like over 2 months now. Yeah. And I am so, oh my gosh. But people who don't understand that this is a narcissist that you're dealing with, she is still dealing with him. So I noticed the other day, she's still stalking me on my Instagram. I saw her on my stories.
Oh, that's scary.
And I'm like, I haven't talked to him.
She's mad upset.
I haven't talked to you. Why are you still looking at my stuff? And that's what a narcissist will do. Like, I'm sure he's still giving her breadcrumbs to keep her in her life. Like, while I was dating him, she gave him a phone. No, she gave him a phone. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're no one to me. He's literally using you. No breadcrumbs. Like okay, so a narcissist, quality time, or no, not quality time, sorry. Giving you time is the ultimate, like, thing for them to do. Mm-hmm. If they spend time with you,
I could be spending time with other people.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter the quality of the time. So same thing with Fred and Caleb. Like, they give you time, that is like, you should give them everything. So I know Fred would go over to his ex's house to give her time. Okay, whatever, didn't cheat on me. I don't know how, I don't know if I should believe that. He's like, I didn't touch her, I didn't do this or that. Yeah, you hugged her, you did this, I'm sure. Whatever, it's disgusting. It was a complete lie. She would call me and be like, ask him where he was last night. And then he would gaslight me into thinking like, you believe her over me? Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
You believe her over me?
I just wish I was a fly on the wall to be like, are you...
Oh, it was crazy.
Are you really believing this person? Do you really believe this person?
And
this guy is a
even
fool.
Crazier. Narcissist, this is typical, will keep breadcrumbs for all their exes. They don't want to let go of their exes.
Yeah, a little sprinkle here, a little dash.
And so there's another ex, another one. So we have this white ex from here. There is a Hispanic, Mexican, I don't know, South American, I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to be racist, but she's somewhere Latin. Hispanic ex from New York.
She's Latin.
And I recorded the call while I was in a relationship with him for like an hour. She is going off. He is like, he cheated on me in front of me. Like, she walked in on him. He walked in with other girls in front of her. I'm like, what? This does not sound like the person I met. This is so scary. I'm like, how old was he? Maybe he was younger. So I've been broken up from Fred for 2.5 months. Not only did his white ex still stalk me up until like yesterday, his ex from New York messaged me and I haven't opened it and I'm saving it for the podcast. They're all messaging
each other.
Like, why is narcissists will literally make you go crazy. The only way is to cut them off. How does he have a hold on this girl from New York from like 3 or 4 years?
Like you said, giving a little breadcrumb.
So she contacted me multiple times. She's like, this was like mid 2023. She's like, are you guys still together? Prove it to me. Send me a picture of you two. This is the girl from New York.
So creepy.
I'm like, what?
These girls.
I was like, no.
These girls have like, they can't find anyone or do better. Like they're still stuck on this person.
I wonder what I was thinking.
Self-esteem.
I wonder what I was thinking. I'm like, I kind of felt special. Not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, he has all these girls chasing him, but he chooses me. He's
that kind of special.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah. Now I feel special, Ed. Afterwards.
Okay. I thought that's what you meant. I was like, yes.
You were
staying. Yes, for staying.
You were special Ed. So I saved this for the podcast to open this, and I don't really care because why would she message me?
Oh, see what she said.
I'm so scared. Okay, ex's ex from New York has something to say to me. Oh. Well, it wasn't that exciting.
What does he say?
No, it's okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I hyped it up for no reason. She just reacted to one of my stories.
Block.
But that's still kind of weird.
Block.
But here, you want to read through this? Just have fun. Have fun. So this was from like mid 2023.
Where do you want me to start? Off the top?
Start anywhere.
Hi. That's the ex. And then it goes, Sapphire goes, hey, what's up? And then she goes, hey, I wanted to ask you something. Sapphire says, yes. You still with Fred? I didn't answer the call all week.
Apparently he was blowing her phone up.
He has been fucking me. Like
I think she meant like effing with me.
Like messing with me. Yeah, I think that's what she means. Because he's not there.
No.
She lives in New York. Why are you asking, okay, what happened? I was clear with him that I don't want anything to do with him.
This is her.
Coming from the ex. And then Sapphire goes, are you serious? Just yesterday he swore to me he was not talking to any other girls. He said it so many times. The ex goes, not ex, I said bothering me. Sapphire goes, what happened? The girl goes, I tell him that I'm going to let you know. Does the girl speak English?
She barely speaks English. Her point is that he keeps calling and she's like, I'm going to tell him.
Oh, she's using Google Translator. And then Sapphire goes, what does he say? Please tell me. I feel like I'm living a lie.
Yeah,
this
that's
is all
me.
horrible.
I do feel like I'm living a lie.
The girl goes, I have it blocked, but he's calling me from a different number. Probably from the other chick's number.
He has like 2-3 numbers.
And then Sapphire put a sad face. The girl goes, he told me that you are nothing and that he did not care if I let you know. I look for you. It's because I really want to talk to you with him. I have already told him many times I'm not interested in him. Then Sapphire goes, I'm heartbroken. This is horrible. And then the girl goes, I don't care who he's with. He already hurt me. All I want is for him to leave me alone. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. No, I haven't seen him in 2 years. When I said he's fucking me, I mean he's bothering me. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Listen, I'm happy to know he's with you. And the only thing is I don't like that he keeps calling me. Well, valid points. Mm-hmm. Valid points. And she's Send me a pic that you're with him so I can resend him that pic. That's creepy. That's
so
stalkerish.
creepy.
I wanted to know why he's calling me. I believed him when he said he was alone. I wanted to know from you if it's true. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm asking you if you're still with him. She seems like she goes to a Boheria?
What?
A witch.
Oh.
She wants the photo because she probably wants to take it. Like, that's creepy.
I did not send a photo.
Yeah. No, I did not. I saw it. She did not send a photo. I saw that.
No, but these girls, narcissists will literally, they will ruin your life. This white woman in Dallas that he's, not in Dallas, whatever, outside Dallas, that he's messing with has a family. She's taking care of her parents. She has a child who is actually special needs. Take care of your family. Why are you obsessing over a guy who's 20-something?
And there's an age difference. 20-something to 40
I don't know. She's like late 30s.
Probably late 30s, early 40s. Yeah.
She has anxiety medication. He is taking that from her and using it for himself. That's prescription. And he goes to her house, but she's giving, thinking he's the one for me. He keeps coming back. He's the one. But
again,
you are in an abusive relationship, lady. And so was I. And so was this girl from New York.
They're all tied together.
It is abusive. And let me tell you, it will get physically abusive. If you stay with a narcissist for too long, they don't care about your physical pain. They don't care about your emotions. Why would they care about your physical pain?
100%.
And if anything, this podcast was just to shed a light, like, get out of the cycle, my friends and my people.
Get out of being in the same rut. But a message to the narcissists of the world. Learn to have friends and learn to be a better friend. So if you want to keep people around, there's plenty of ways. There's plenty of people to talk to. You can figure out how to be a better friend. And friends, the longer the friends are, the lifetime they are, all my friends that I've known for 20 plus years, they're like family. Mm-hmm. And if I was a narcissist, they wouldn't be in my life because I would be cycling them. I would just be cycling them out. Like, I'm bored. I want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to entertain you 24/7.
Or just for the narcissists out there, just at least make it fair, the playing field, like, fair. Like, don't be a hypocrite of what you expect from your friends and not do the same for them.
Yeah, and then there's no valid reason to hurt people.
Oh, there's no excuse.
No excuse.
There's no excuse to insult
to hurt
someone.
People or to insult somebody or to get them to be like, you deserve this or you should have this.
Use their trauma on them.
Yep, or use anything and be like, well, this is the reason why you can't find a person. This is the reason why no one will ever be with you, or this is the reason why yada,
take your
yada,
insecurities yada. And use it against you.
Exactly.
And
again, friendships, real friends, don't take your insecurities that you've confided in them and then use it against you. They kind of hold that sacred and keep it.
Never.
And we do. We keep all our friends' stuff sacred. Her and I don't even share information when it comes from our other friends to each other because I don't want to share something that I'm not supposed to share because maybe they didn't want to tell her, and vice versa. And
they're not sharing it to spread. They're sharing it not to spread gossip, but to literally. They need an outlet. It's not. It's not. You have to talk. You have to talk. You have to let it off your chest. Even the freaking narcissists of the world, you'll have to talk. You have to let it out your chest. But I think you're too much wrapped around. You're not a victim.
I'm not.
You are not a victim.
Yeah, you're not a victim. You're too much wrapped around. Like, if I share this information, I'm giving up power, and it just shouldn't be like that. No, it's not a power game. No one's better than the other. No one's stronger than the other. No one's doing that. These are friendships. This is not husband. This is not wife. This is not a family dynamic situation. These are friendships. People you hang out with, spend time with, confide in. You need an outlet. Even people that are married, if you think if you think you don't need friends, you need friends. You don't just need each other.
If you are married,
you need friends too.
And maybe we can do like an episode on relationships, just relationships.
I agree.
But if you are married and you're in a narcissistic relationship, I know, so hard to hear. Even if you have kids, I know a lot of people are financially stable on their partner. But please try to get out. Please, if it's just try to get out. And there's so many coaches. I will tell you about some. Do you have anyone in mind?
Who?
Like, that will help you? There's this guy on Instagram. I just follow him. He has a lot of good information. Narc abuse coach. NARC abuse coach. Mm-hmm. I love that guy.
We can tag him.
Yeah, we can definitely tag him. Who's this other lady on YouTube? She's really good. Dr. Ramani. And I just feel like there's a lot of good tools on YouTube. Just go search and get help. Very specific too. Search your situation. There's info.
I think everything is, like you said, individualized, and
it's crazy.
Depending on like your situation.
You might feel alone, but there is a community for you. You're not alone. Just get out. Okay. I'm sorry. This was kind of a lot of tea.
But yeah.
It's real. It's too real.
It's real. It happened to us, and like I said, I mean, I would say for, like I said, the Caleb situation, I'm just, it's unfortunate, but what can you do?
Yeah.
In a situation where you kind of feel like, it's not even like that deep because the person's not sharing.
We didn't even get into like the deep narcissist relationship. Like, say your parents are narcissistic or your boss is narcissistic. We'll get into that when we get into family and job and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Okay. Well, stay safe out there.
Well, thank you guys for joining our talk. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we'll try. We didn't play any games this round, but we will have fun next time. And thank you.
All right.
Bye. Just to get the video right. Okay, that's enough.
One more.
Okay, welcome to Culture Shockwaves.